morning, everyone. This is your favorite realtor, Erica Hernandez with Houston Top Realty. All right, guys, I welcome you. Today's a super busy day. Starting off with a elementary school reading. My friend is a teacher specialist at an elementary school. They're having a big event. A bunch of professionals are coming to read to the children. So I used to be a teacher and I haven't read to kids in a long time. I'm super excited. We're gonna be reading The Christmas Sweater, which I came in theme. I'm wearing my Christmas sweater today, even though it's like 75 degrees in Houston, Texas. But I know the school is gonna have the AC. They always did. When I was a teacher, I always carried a sweater. So it's gonna be nice and cold in there. But yeah, I'm excited. My friend invited me out and things have been a little slow in real estate. So I have time. We're gonna get there, and I believe in the instructions it said that all the readers are gonna meet, have breakfast together and whatever, like chat about what's gonna happen, and then they're gonna throw us into the classrooms and I'll be free to go after that, so I can go back to work, take this sweater off because it's gonna be super hot. Anyway, I won't be able to take you in, but I'll certainly talk about it afterwards. If you guys want to hear about my reading at my friend's school, stay tuned. Happy holidays to you and your family. Thank you so much for watching.
You got your own box? You got your own box? You got your own box?
Yeah. People get so creative. So during the read aloud, I was able to ask them questions and the classroom really participated well. I enjoyed it a lot. Oh my God, I'm so hot. Like it's 78 degrees right now. Thank God I had an undershirt. Guys, I had so much fun. So the lesson of the book was like this little kid that wanted a bike, and then it turns out like they give him this magical sweater, and the magical sweater is like a lot more fun, and it was like handmade and all these things. But the lesson was like, it doesn't matter, you know, what type of gift you get, like as long as it comes from the heart. And that was, I mean, it was a really good read. The name of the book is called The Christmas Sweater, if you're interested.
Let's get meeting you. Yeah, I'm sure we'll see each other sometime in the HISD world.
That's a good thing. Thank you so much.
Do we leave these with you?
Eddie,
Or
you read 5 books.
No, no, I started just like, you know, because I told them who I am, like I'm a realtor, and they're like, oh, they started asking me questions about buying a house, like, do you like your job, you know, how much do you make?
Of course. How much do they make?
And they were like, okay, and I told them, if I don't sell a house, you know, I get $0. I sold 2 houses. So the whole thing just escalated, and then I started. It's the beginning of our little. But that was fun. Miss Orta was like, you need to come back for like when you tell them about your profession, the what do you call it? Career day.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, because I love to talk. I can keep talking all day long.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal one of the
I'm like super emotional because when I got there, you know, I told them like, you know, a lot of professional people are here. I saw some police officers that are here to read to y'all, and I'm so excited to be reading to y'all today. I want to introduce myself. My name is Erica, and I'm a realtor. And I asked them, does anybody know what a realtor is? One person raised their hand. One person. And then I said, sometimes they call me a real estate agent, but sometimes they call me a realtor. So I asked the little girl, like, so what's a realtor? Because you said that you know what a realtor is. And she's like, oh, you sell houses. We have a realtor. We're working with a realtor, right? And I was in a 3rd grade classroom, right? So nobody else knew what a realtor was. And I was like, you're right. My job is to sell houses. Sometimes I sell small houses. Sometimes I sell mansions, right? And I mean, I've never sold a mansion before, right? But I kind of wanted them to just understand that. So I told them, like, I sell little houses, I sell big houses. Sometimes the houses have pools, sometimes they have this, you know, that, whatever. And then I said, does anybody have questions about my job, like what I do as my job? And like all the questions came. Like, what's your favorite part about your job? I started sharing like things, you know, that I told them, like, I have to go knock on people's doors and like ask them, like, do you want to buy a house? And I just like played around with them and said, like, sometimes like I knock on people's doors and they tell me like, go away, and, you know, stranger danger and things like that. And I told them, like, I deal with a lot of rejection, but sometimes when I knock on someone's door, they do want to buy a house, and then now I have work. Now I have like something to do. When I find somebody a house, it takes 30 days for them to get the keys to the house, because you have to do bank paperwork and contracts and like agreements, these things, right? And then you get the keys. So some of the kids were asking like how much the houses cost. And, you know, I told them, like, you could buy a house for $50,000, but you could buy a house for like $200,000. I'm like, but nobody has that much money, so you have to make an application to get a loan. So a bank will let you borrow the money, but you have to pay them back every month. And, you know, and then we talked about that, and then they just had like all these questions. You know, I was so happy that they found out what a realtor is. And now they know that. And then two, like, they got motivated, because then I asked them again, like, who would want to be a realtor when they grow up? Like, who wants to sell houses when they grow up? And then they were like, well, how much money do you make? And I was telling them, if I don't sell any houses, I make $0. But if I sell like maybe one house, you know, I could make like $5,000, and maybe I can make like $10,000. And I just kind of like, you know, just told them like how much money you can make. A lot of them did understand, like, okay, well, that's a lot of money, you know. But I told them, like, sometimes I don't sell any houses, so I have to make sure that I save money, because I also have to pay for my house. I have a loan on my house. I borrowed money to buy my house. So from my work money, I'm able to pay for my house, because if you don't pay, the bank takes the house away from you. So we talked about like foreclosure without even saying the word. I'm like, they will come, like police officers will come and kick you out of your house, and you could be homeless if you don't pay your loan. Like, you have to pay your loan. So you have to work really, really hard to be able to make money to pay your loan. And then I told them, like, you know, you have to work hard in school, because the smarter you are, like, the more money you can make, like, the more things that you know. And when you're really smart and you have a really nice job, like, you can buy fancy things. You could buy a mansion. You could buy a really nice sports car. And then some of them were talking about like Lamborghinis, and like these kids, like they know freaking cars. Like, they know fancy cars and all that good stuff. Anyway, so then I was like, okay, I had to stop. Like, so it's been a long time since I've read to kids and stuff, and like that was just so much fun. My friend said that maybe I can come back next year. This is something they want to do every single year, so she said maybe next year I can come back, and then maybe I can come for like career day. So that would be fun too, just to talk about like real estate and like loans and like applications and like everything, like my job and like what I do. And when they asked me like, what's your least favorite thing about your job, I told them like all the paperwork that we have to do. Like, I called it homework. I said sometimes like I go and I open houses and I show it to people, but then I have a lot of homework when I get home, and like that part is not fun. but I have to do it because if I don't do it, like, I'm not doing my job. So the fun part is being with people and showing them houses. Not so fun is all the paperwork that I have to do at home. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see you next time. Thank you for watching.